So what's fun for me a lot of times is that Corey really is the guy who handles all of like the beer trading and incoming beer.
Yeah.
And I just show up and look good for the camera. But it's always fun for me because there's so many beers that Corey kind of wrangles together that I've never really heard of. I've all but stopped looking online at beer forums because I kind of enjoy the total blind experience. I don't want to know the hype. I don't want to know anything about the beer. I just want to come here, kind of get a brief description, and then go.
Yeah, and this one is, to give you the brief description, a rye whiskey aged bourbon barrel stout. Okay. That's all you need to know. It's from Western PA, from Full Pint Brewery. This is Rye Rebellion.
Glub, 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 glub.
So this is the first full pint beer we've ever had, and hopefully it's a good one. I mean, whenever they send us barrel-aged stouts, it doesn't matter what the barrel is, it's supposed to be like the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like the best they can produce. And to have us a rye whiskey barrel stout, that's got to be pretty good, right?
I would think so. I mean, anytime it's whiskey, I do get a little nervous. Whiskey barrels,
11%.
Not necessarily my favorite thing in the world, but I'm willing to try.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say 87% chance of big beer face out of you. But before we can taste it,
no, yeah, you go
back up. We gotta take a sniff. I'll tell you what, big beer face or not, that smells amazing. It is so rich. A lot of those dark, like licorice kind of flavors, those dark fruit, the chocolate, but then some of the vanilla and the bourbony kind of whiskey flavor from the barrel, some of that char coming through. I mean, this thing smells incredible.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree because I'm not getting any of that like rich flavor you're describing.
Really?
To me, it's kind of middle of the road. I got to be really honest with you. We've had a couple stouts on the show before where I've described them as garbagey.
Okay. I don't think it's garbagey by any means. I think, I mean, for me, I definitely get cola. I get brown sugar, kind of like that dark cola molasses flavor as well. I wouldn't say it's like an explosion of flavors, but I definitely get.
You described a small explosion.
It would, if this is a bomb, like BCBS is the A bomb. This is more like a tomahawk missile. Still an explosion, but not that big.
To me, that's not a bad thing because I'm a little nervous about how it's going to taste. So maybe if it has a little bit more subdued aroma, maybe it'll be a little bit more of a subdued flavor.
All right, there's only one way to find out.
There's just one.
Let's try it out. Cheers. No beer face. That's a good thing.
No beer face because to me, there's not a whole lot to write home about.
Wow, full pint. Not bringing the heat right now for Ron. I think it is a very good stout.
You definitely get the whiskey on the back end.
Yeah, you
definitely get the whiskey on the back end. I don't think it tastes bad. I don't. You're right. It's drinkable. The whiskey's there, so I'll give them that. They definitely extracted that from that barrel very well. But as far as even the mouthfeel, for 11%, it's just not packing it.
Yeah. For me, it's almost like an intro to whiskey barrel stouts or bourbon barrel stouts or whatever you want to say.
I would say that's probably a fair assessment.
Because it's subdued, it's subtle, it is drinkable. I do get all those good stouty flavors you're supposed to get, but just kind of toned back a little bit. But I think I'm ready for my rating. And I'm going to go probably about like an 84. Again, good, not amazing. I couldn't give it in the 90s, but I think it's above an average C. I think it's it's a good beer, something that I drink again, but I don't know if I'd technically seek out a lot.
I'm gonna go lower, and I'm gonna go with like a 79. I'm gonna give it on a 10-point scale a C. I don't love it, and I don't really think there's a whole lot to talk about. There's a lot of whiskey flavor, but not a lot to talk about the beer itself for me personally. Not terrible, doesn't taste bad, but definitely nothing I'm excited about.
Maybe we're way off on this one. We don't check ratings before we try stuff, and that's what I love about the BRC.
That's
we're straight honest, and straight off the cuff. Everything you see. Everything you see is a genuine response. So maybe we're way off. Maybe you guys love this. Leave that in the comment section below. And until you do, always remember.
We are the Brew Review Crew.
We will review
a brew for you.
Cheers.
Jeez.
I'll tell you what's better than this beer by far, and you probably saw it in our pour shots. The Half Yankee Workshop Cap and Catch bottle opener. This thing is sweet. We don't even get kickbacks on anything like this. We just really love promoting it because this is a great piece of hardware. It catches the bottle caps right as you pry them off. It looks cool. It's made out of high quality material, and you should get one for yourself. Check them out at halfyankeeworkshop.com.